Okay, so to run this, we start up the node app.js, which starts off the node server, which is running on port 5000 on localhost. So when we get here, we can see the maps. This is run by Google Maps API, which we're using, and we can pretty much select any location that we're interested in going. If we actually look at the Maps API, we can select individual locations to which we're interested in. So if we just select Lambda Oriental Food Supermarket, we're given a series of options that are close to Lambda, and it shows various information such as their address, their current popularity. So for instance, if we look at eMart, we can see that at this time, they're at 38% of their peak. So that could influence our decision of whether or not we want to go. So let's just select eMart right now. So for now, we're brought to the login screen. We can type in some random email and some password. Okay, but we're given that it's wrong because we actually haven't created an account yet. So let's go into sign up. Here we can type our first name, our information, our last name, our email address, which will effectively act as our username, and so forth, typing in a password as well. Making sure that the confirmation is the same. We can type in our phone number. Okay, and we can also type in age and health conditions. Now this information is going to affect whether or not we get special priority treatment, and that's going to affect the queue times we get. So when we calculate queue times, we're going to factor in age and health conditions to check if you are eligible to get priority in waiting lines and to enter stores quicker. Yeah, and also let's note that password is only a test. It's only a text format for now, just so we can prove to you the functionality of the site. Okay, so we've successfully registered. We can log in now. We're just going to type in the exact same thing as before. Click next, and we log in. So now we say that the database of registering has successfully worked. We're brought into this queue time where we're told to wait in the store. Okay, so now over here, we pretty much just are brought with the QR code. And when it's our time to enter the store, we're able to scan this QR code. So let's just, since we don't have a phone on us right now, we can just go into an online scanner. Yeah, so let's just download the file, scan the QR code, and see what's up. Okay, so if you look at this, it's actually one of the functionalities. So if you go back to the original site, you can see that it says, please wait to enter the store. This is because we didn't actually wait for the allotted 5 minutes. So when we actually try to enter prior, we're brought with the access denied page, which is supposed to be where that's going to show when you don't enter the store at the proper time. So as you can see, this screen shows that we need to please wait to enter the store. So that means when we actually go on the QR code, it's not going to let us, which we just saw before. So let's just quickly go on, see access denied. So that means we're not able to enter the store because we haven't waited for the next person in line to go. So instead, we've already created another website where someone has already waited for their time slot. And in this, it says you can now enter the store. And this is going to dynamically change when it's your turn in line. So instead, let's look at this URL. And we can actually decode this once we get the proper URL decode site working. So yeah, that prevention menu where it says access denied, it pretty much prevents people from just randomly going into stores when it's actually not their turn. So then we actually have legitimacy to our site. Instead, do you see this? When we have the proper QR code, it says access granted. This says that it's actually our turn, and it's proven by the fact that on the original site, it said that it was our turn to enter the store. So if you look at this original site, the site actually changed. So if you actually pay attention, localhost :5000/queuing changed to in-store. So this changed the instance we scanned the QR code, and we did this by sending a socket IO message to everyone and specifying the particular ID of the individual who's allowed to enter the store. So now that means this person in particular is able to get on this special screen where they're in the store. This QR code functions the same, so if we just scan this, like last time, make sure to copy this. This time, if you want to see it in action, if you want to see the QR code in action, pay attention to the loading screen of the first website as soon as we scan the QR code. So we scan the QR code, we submit it, we enter the website. Look at this, both sites change at the same time, and guess what? The first website, it's out of the store now. It's gone back to the original index site, and if you actually go and look at the site where it says access granted, the very last site where it says access granted, it's a success. You may leave the store, and that's optimally shown with how we designed our website.